is a planet marked by the diversity and harmony of its living creatures. The existence of humans within this harmony requires a system of thought and belief which, in turn, creates a culture and way of life that allows each community to prosper within its environment. In the lush hills and mountains of northern Thailand live peoples known as hill tribes, whose cultures and ways of life have been formed by and adapted to the mountainous jungle that sustains them. Here in the village of Huay Mae Sai live 3 such tribes whose cultural roots run deeply in the hills. Huay Mae Sai village is located in the capital district of Chiang Rai province, with 7 satellite villages also part of the Huay Mae Sai community. To reduce pressure on the surrounding land and to minimise internal conflicts, most tribal groups prefer to organise themselves in smaller communities. Indeed, many of the Huay Mae Sai villages were formed as break-off communities from another surrounding village. But more recent government policy has forced the relocation of upland villages to the lowland for ease of administrative control, and has resulted in Huay Mae Sai village being composed of 7 separate hill tribe communities: Baan Yao or Huay Mae Sai village proper, Baan Adu, Baan Apa, Baan Aja, Baan Bukor, Baan Jalay, and Baan Yafu, representing the Mian, Aka and Lahu tribes. Even though upland tribal people are likely to have their cultures and ways of lives lumped together under the general term hill tribes, each tribe has a unique language, culture and method of keeping in harmony with its environment. Over centuries, the elders of each tribal group has passed along its wisdom to younger generations, a process that has led to the development of distinct and vibrant cultures, which are best reflected in the clothes they wear. But whether considering embroidery, weaving, basket making, musical instruments or tools created from forest products, the individuality of each tribe can be seen in all the handiwork and artistry of that tribe. Since every tribal woman must weave, sew and embroider clothing, and every tribal man must have expertise in wood and bamboo work, the aesthetic identity of each tribe is truly a collective representation of its entire population. Musical instruments, metal work and complicated tools, however, are the domain of the artisans, blacksmiths and craftsmen of each village. Here is a closer look at each of the tribes represented in the Huay Mae Sai community. The Aka. The Aka are a people who live to maintain continuity in the way of life created by their ancestors. Akas view themselves as links in a chain connecting their ancestors to all future generations. Akas believe that happiness, wholeness and security in their lives results from ordination by their ancestors, and that it will be the responsibility of each Aka to ensure happiness and security in the lives of their descendants. Akas speak a language in the Lolo branch of the Tibetan-Burman family. Aka language is related to Lisu and Lahu. Like Lisu and Lahus, Akas have migrated to Thailand from Yunnan province in southern China. Also similar to Lisus and Lahus, Akas do not have a traditional system of writing. Though Akas do not have a written history, they have passed along their culture and ceremonies orally for over 1,000 years. The prodigious memory and obsession with continuity of the Akas is shown in the ability of each Aka male to recite his entire male lineage back to the first Aka. Sum Mi O.
Ma Mgo Yo Yo Yu To Toma Mayo Yone Ne Be Be Sun Sumyo ô thế mỏ ye cha thì xí lý phụ bé u nhiều ya cho mỏ e.
The Lahu. Whether Christian or animist, the Lahu are a people who seek blessing from their god, Hu Xia. Lahus are an extremely complex ethnicity, with as many as 10 distinct subgroups living in Thailand alone. Lahus are classified on the basis of the traditional clothing of their women. Some Lahu dialects are not mutually intelligible. Lahus are known for their gender-equitable societies. The gender equality between Lahu women and men is outstanding not only among hill tribe peoples but among peoples throughout the world. Lahus are individualists and feel most at home deep in the jungle, separated from other groups. Lahus are famous for their skill as hunters and knowledge of their jungle surroundings. But above all, Lahu people are a people who desire blessing to ensure beauty and abundance in their lives. The Mien or Yao are people who value propriety and believe in fundamental order of the universe. Each Mien believes that he must develop proper relationships with his environment via both body and soul. The Miens are a peace-loving people who strive to maintain etiquette in all interactions, whether with other humans or with the spirits of their ancestors. As a result, Miens give proper consideration to both time and place in everything they do. Miens speak a language of the Miao Yao family related to Hmong, but there is also a clear influence of Chinese, Lao and Thai in their language. Miens are the only hill tribe in Thailand with a traditional system of writing. Miens use an adaptation of Chinese characters to record essential aspects of their ceremonies. As a result of government-initiated development policies, extensive exploitation of Thailand's natural resources has taken place. In particular, there has been extensive deforestation of the once abundant jungle covering the mountains of the north. In a misguided attempt to save the remaining jungle, blame has been assigned to those people who live in harmony with the forest for centuries. The policy to relocate upland people to the lowlands has thus arisen. This relocation policy can be held directly responsible for the destruction of the rapidly vanishing hill tribe cultures. For to uproot a society from its environment is to destroy the very base on which that culture and way of life was built. The transition from a subsistence bartering economy to the market-based economy of the city has been difficult for most hill tribe people.